Hi guys, how you doing? Today I'll discuss why depression happens in the first place. There could be thousands of reasons for depression to afflict you. Some of the more important reasons are maybe uh, you're doing some professional course and you're trying to pass your exam with flying colors, but maybe due to any reason you don't perform as per your expectation. You are hoping for A plus grade or O grade, and you land up with a much lower B grade. Maybe you have joined a prestigious college and you're expecting a very good placement. But either you're not placed suitably, or maybe the placement was not up to your high expectations, or still maybe your colleagues who are not rated at par with you, they got a better placement, and while you had to contend with much modest offer. Maybe the dream job you have been trying since long was denied to you, and it gone to someone else. Maybe after doing exceptionally well, you're expecting a promotion, but you're denied that promotion. Maybe you're a budding artist in the Bollywood, and you're a fine actor, and you have made a name for yourself, but you're not getting the kind of roles you deserve. So maybe, talking about the causes, these are some of the causes, but there are other causes as well. Well, if you're a girl and looking for the prospective groom, and it is not happening. Maybe the talks are going on, and you start liking your future partner, and you think that he's all right. In fact, he's the ideal match for you, and you meet that person and spend a couple of evenings, and plan your future with him, and certainly the talks stops, and with the person you thought that you'll be spending your life certainly goes out of your life, and maybe you're going steady with a guy for quite some time, and suddenly you are faced with a breakup. Maybe you are happily married, and suddenly one day you find that your husband is no more interested in you, and is asking for a divorce because he's not fond of you that he was some time back. So it could be multiple reasons. So what happens? As an individual, we react to this situation in a different ways, because, as you know, every individual is different, and our coping mechanism to face the situation is varies from one person to another person. While some people are smart enough to deal with certain situations, and they just believe in forget and move ahead. So when such people face hurdles or obstacles, or some situation which is not to their liking, they think, okay, what I can do, I mean, I can give my best, and I cannot. I can only control my efforts, but beyond that, I cannot do anything. So that is called a very positive and the right attitude. So even if the things don't turn up as per expectation, these kind of people are capable enough to deal with the situation because they know how to move on. Well, at the same time, there are certain people who do not have that well established coping management. So they react differently when they are expecting something and it turns out just the opposite. They take it to their heart and they go into a kind of cell. They stop interacting with people and, well, they right from the being a very social person, certainly they find themselves all alone. So, these are basically two reactions which normal people have. So, like there could be different regions for going into depression, and there are different uh, defense mechanism depending on the people. But basically, how we react, it depends on our background, like our upbringing, what kind of parenting we got, what kind of personality we have developed. Because some people are called smart people. Smart people in the way because they have a better defense mechanism to face the crisis. Well, some people are called, I would say, rather vulnerable and rather soft on the defense mechanism side, and these are the these are the people who often become victim to depression. So the idea is that you cannot change the kind of person you are because that has happened over a long period of time, and it has to do with your background, with the kind of family you're born with, the places where you spent life, your educational background, your friend circle, your relatives, so many factors. So that is behind you. You cannot change that. But now you certainly find yourself facing a situation that you have to cope up. So, if you have a better defense mechanism, it will be easier for you to face. But what about those people who do not have that defense mechanism and they do not have that tools to deal with a situation called depression? Well, for that kind of people, they will definitely need professional help. Now, professional help can either happen in the terms of consulting a psychiatrist and sharing your problem. Maybe that will happen in a couple of sessions, and if required, he may prescribe you some medicines, basically sedatives and medicines to calm your, to soothe your nerves. So, because in depression, it's basically there is a chemical reaction in the brain, and which stimulates a situation that creates a thing when you are either likely to go into the depression or you become depressive, because there are also stages of the depression. It's not that you right away go into deep depression. It happens gradually, and that is the red signal. So if you are withdrawing yourself, and if you are going into a cell, and if communicating with the friends and family members is becoming a problem, if you are losing your sleep, you're not able to concentrate on routine things, like you're brushing your teeth or bathing or changing your clothes or putting your room in the order, that shows that you are in the disturbed state of mind. So that is the first stage of depression. So when that happens, uh, you need to take this very very seriously. So if you think that you can manage the situation on your own because you are smart enough, and this is your problem, and you are sort of feeling ashamed of sharing your problem, well, I think uh, that's the wrong attitude, because now is the time to interact with the people, interact with your friends in whom you have confidence. You can share your problem, because what happens, the depression is caused by the unexpressed thoughts which is troubling your mind. So the idea is, in the initial stages of depression, it's basically you are carrying baggages, you are carrying unnecessary thoughts on the back of the mind. So the first stage would be to unburden your mind, because if you unburden your mind, you'll be able to think clearly and you'll able to concentrate better. So that can happen only when you do not withdraw yourself in a cell, but go outside and talk about your problem. If you are not able to sleep, go and talk to your mother, talk to your father, talk to your friends that, uh, hey, look, uh, I'm going through bad time. I'm not able to sleep for last few days. So what happens? Uh, well, you can see a doctor, a psychiatrist. Maybe he'll prescribe you a very mild tranquilizer or sedative. So that will help you to sleep better. You see, for anguished and disturbed minds, a small dosage of tranquilizer is not all that bad, and that is the need of the time, because uh, uh, even in even the one day without sleep can cause a great problem to your whole routine. It can disturb you, because we all know that for an average adult, at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep is necessary. Well, sometimes we are not able to do that, but anything less than 5 hours, that that is not good. So once or twice, well, it is okay. But if you are not able to sleep continuously for days and days together, there is a problem. And that is the time when you need to see the doctor. And that can happen only when you talk. When you talk and share your problem within your family or with your friends or with the people within your circle whom you trust. So the idea is, when you have these symptoms, like you are not able to concentrate, you're not able to do your routine things, you're not able to sleep, that shows that you have the initial symptoms of depression. So The time is there to seek outside help, and uh, you should not delay that, because delaying that and thinking that why I need to see the doctor, why I need to spend the money, why I need to take the medicine. Let's try for some time. Let's try to manage the things on my own. That's the wrong approach, my dear friend, because you you will not realize how fast you can fall further in the cesspool of this mental disease. Because if you delay it even for a week, you'll become much more chronic. And if a week back it was easy to control your problems, after a week it will become very difficult, and maybe after a month it will be impossible. So the idea is, try not to react the way that disturbs your mind. But if you can't help it, and if you still fall prey to it and you realize it through your symptoms, go and consult the doctor. So that's it, guys, for today. I'll tell you more about the depression and how to go for the treatment and how to get out of this demon called depression. So, thank you very much. Take care, stay safe, and stay healthy.